got to a deep, heated discussion this morning about gambling. So this is how our conversation went. Stay tuned. And so when they see that this person is continuously winning and they're getting the right cards, they're going to say, oh, this person is counting cards. We need to get him off the table. Plain and simple.
This guy that we are watching isn't showing any signs, like
No,
nothing.
he's explained his way of his ability of how to do it. But if you also heard him, he'll say he can only go to one club once a week, because if you go there too often and he wins all the time, they're gonna know that something's up and they'll come get him. You even seen the first time he went, he was like, "Oh, I got all this attention." So when attention is brought to you, that's gonna bring the attention of the owners. Now they're watching you and they're seeing what you're doing, and they're gonna make you leave. They're gonna stop you. They're gonna come question you. They're gonna try to find out why or how are you able to keep winning all this money and not lose. So he even said he has to lose sometimes on purpose, so it doesn't look like he's out here playing the cards.
But remember, I was asking you, babe. I was asking you that. So, for example, we made mention of the Powerball. I was like, is this something that you think people win every year? Here in Ghana, people win Lotto every day. So with a Powerball, do people win every day?
No, it's not. They don't win. That's why it's so high. It's just like if you start a poll. Okay, everybody put some money. Buy this number. And if your number comes up, you're gonna win on Saturday. Saturday comes, nobody wins. That money's there. Same thing every week. Every week that money keeps getting bigger, 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 bigger. Nobody ever wins. It could go on for 5 years and nobody ever wins. How much money do you think you have at the end of 5 years? But do you think you're gonna put all that money into the pot? Are you really gonna count somebody and say everybody's paying $10 every Saturday? I mean, no, not even every Saturday. It's all week, Monday through Friday, because Saturday is the day to win. So, because you have to start off with your own money. Okay, everybody buy these numbers. Saturday, if your numbers come up, you'll win $50,000. Well, you done made $50,000 back already, but everybody's spending the little $10 every day for that Monday through Saturday. So, if somebody wins, okay, give them that $50,000. But how much do you think you've made though, out of all those other people? Because not everybody's going to pick the same numbers, and they have to be the exact numbers and the exact order that you show. So if this goes on for 5 years and nobody wins, how much money do you think is there? So of course the stake has gone up from 50,000 in 1 year to 1 million in 1 year. But again, how much money do you think you've gotten from all these people spending in the whole world? Because it's in the whole world. It's not just one area. It's the whole world. $10 a day for 5 years. You're gonna make way more than 1 million, because there's more than 1 million people in the world, and that's $10 each person. So who's winning?
And then, you also made mention of the betting companies kind of making you believe that you are going to win when it's actually very difficult in real life.
Right. True. Very true.
How?
Just like the casinos, they make you think you can win. Like I said, somebody has to win, of course, to have proof that people win. So some lucky person will win. Right. So with that random person, I mean, they have to do that, because if nobody wins, people's going to be thinking, well, why am I betting? Why am I trying to put my money in if we never hear of anybody winning? So somebody has to win. And then even who's to say that the person that's winning is a random person? It could be somebody they know. It could all be fabricated. You just really don't know. But they have to show that somebody's winning. So you can keep betting, keep giving your money away, your hard-earned money. So everybody sits around and try to figure out the best way to win. They got these betting groups. They got these betting sites that people go on to get advice from others to figure out how to win, especially if they know that you've won. Oh, how'd you do that? What was your strategy? They want to know. And then that person might be thinking, oh, well, damn, I'm not going to share my strategy with nobody, because I don't want everybody taking my strategy and winning, then all of a sudden I can't win anymore. Or people will say, yes, pay me and I'll give you a strategy that you could use. So there's another betting thing right there, you know. So you're making money off of people who's trying to bet to make money, but knowing that they're not going to win. And if they don't win, you know, you'll say, well, I gave you the formula. I don't know what you did wrong, you know. So now you make it seem like it's their fault, you know. So
That's crazy.
right, you know. So gambling is a big business. That's why there's so many casinos around. That's why there's so many betting things. That's why there's so many Powerballs and betting sites and betting stations, because they have to make their money, and they know that people want money, and they know people don't want to work. They just want that free, fast money, but they can't get it because it's not geared to give everybody money. It's just not geared that way. If that's the case, they would be out of business. Like I mentioned prior, you know, all these people are paying all this money into it, but they're not giving out all that money. Like I said, my example again, you put in 50,000, the win at the end of the year is 50,000 for somebody who can, for this week, for somebody who can give me all these numbers right. Okay, so there's 10 people, I'm gonna do this, 10 people are putting $1. And let's say 10 people are putting $1 in every day. So at the end of the week, what is that? $600, and the prize is $1,000, but nobody wins. So every week, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600. So finally somebody wins, but are you giving all that money that everybody put in? Because everybody don't know who's put in. Everybody don't know who's put in. And some people are like, well, I know $1 ain't enough for me. I need a bigger win. Let me put in a little bit more. So somebody's going to put in some more. But you're still only giving away that dollar win.
You know, you also made mention of gambling destroying relationships.
Yeah.
You know, I would love for you to explain that again, because I think I was missing something in there.
Okay. So, relationships are messed up. Whether it's a married relationship, a couple relationship, a family relationships, they all get destroyed because, let's say, a married relationship and a family. You know, you've been gambling, you've been winning, and you've lost. But then you got this win, and you're like, ooh, if I just can bet, I'm like 50,000, 20,000, you know, I can double that and do this, or triple that and do that. I can just, so let me go take the money of the college fund for the kids. I can go take that 20,000, bet it. I can make 60,000, put that back. Nobody will know that it's been taken, and I've got 40,000 in my pocket. And first of all, not to mention, you got to pay taxes on that money, so you're not even taking the full 40,000. But still, it's a win because you can put that back, and you still got something in your pocket. But then you lose. How do you explain that to your family, that the kids can't go to college anymore because you didn't gamble all their money away? Or a husband and wife, they got a life savings money they've been saving for 20 years so they can retire from work and not have to ever work again and live very comfortably. And you take all that money from the account. Maybe not at once, but slowly, because each time you play, you think you're gonna win and put it back. And now you're like, well, damn, ain't nothing but $100,000 left in the account. Okay, let me just take this. I could get this big win tonight. Boom, the money's gone. Now your wife is like, okay, baby, it's time to retire. Or the husband, okay, baby, it's time to retire. And you're looking at them like, what are you gonna do? Well, I think I'm just gonna work a little bit longer, you know, because I'm not ready to just sit at home and do nothing. You know, they're making excuses. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm retiring. We got money. I'm good. She goes to the bank account and there's nothing there. How do you think that wife or husband is going to feel when you've worked all your life to save all this money and then now it's gone? Then you say, babe, what happened to all the money? I've gambled it away. Especially over the years, they've been complaining to you about your gambling. Babe, you can't do this. You're gonna put us out of house and home. Like, we can't live this way. But you continue to do it anyway. And then finally you can put yourself out of house and home because you don't have money to pay your rent. You don't have money to pay your mortgage. You don't have money to live now. You think somebody's gonna stay with you after all that?
Anyways, guys, so I'm sorry for interrupting my wife. All this conversation came up because we are watching a very nice film, and then the title is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. So this is what we are watching. So currently we've just paused it to have a conversation, and we'll be playing it back when we are done with our conversation. It's very nice, and if you have if you have a Netflix account, I think you should watch it. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Ah, all right, so back to my wife. So basically, this is very interesting, and it's about a man who has a very wonderful ability that nobody has, and till date, it's being doubted. It's being doubted by scientists, by religious people, that it's not possible.
So
Because
my husband, he's saying this, and so this was back in 30 something, 1940 something, and of course, as time passed, people has gained and learned their own abilities to do the same thing that this person has done. Um, I was telling him that people learn how to read cards, and that's basically where it comes from. You just learn how to read cards, but not to say that this isn't a true thing. How this guy learned how to do what he did, but as time passed, people has learned their own ways of winning, learning how to read things. This
all
guy
right,
was
all right, hold on. Let me let them know what we are talking about.
Sure.
About a guy knowing what he's doing.
Right.
So this guy actually trained himself to be able to read with his eyes closed. So if you have a card, he can read a card even with his eyes closed. Looking at the back of the card, he can still tell you what card it is. That is how he trained his mind. That is how he trained his body, his brain. You get it? And it took him more than 20 years to train himself on that. 20
But you
years.
remember in the movie too, in this documentary, he says that some people can do it in less time. So this particular guy here, he said he learned it in what, 3 years? And it took him only 6 months to even get it at first, which it took him a long time to get to that point. It took him what, 6 minutes at first, and he got down to 5 seconds. But it's all on determination on how much time you spend doing it. This guy locked himself in the house, didn't go out unless he was gonna go get some food so he can eat.
I want you to give an advice, on anybody who is into gambling.
All right, so my advice would be don't gamble. If you have to gamble, just gamble what you can afford to lose. I don't gamble. My husband always like, baby, let's bet this. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I don't gamble at all. Yeah, if you're gonna gamble, just gamble what you can lose. Don't get caught up in the hype that you can always win. Don't get caught up in the hype that you can create a strategy, because gambling is basically off of pure luck. I'm sure there's some people who do have a system, and it might work for them, but it doesn't work for everybody. So especially if you don't have a lot of money, don't be taking your last thinking you're just gonna get this big jackpot. So my advice is don't gamble, or just only gamble what you can afford to lose, and leave other people's money alone. Lose your money, but as long as it doesn't affect your household, do what you do. But personally, I know life ain't easy. We're all trying to make it, but there's always other options you could do to try to make an extra buck, an extra dollar, an extra CD, or anything, extra money. That's my advice.
Say again, babe.
You never do scripts.
We've never done scripts, and I don't think we would ever do scripts because
Right.
we are keeping it real.
Talk about a topic that we want to have, and we'll just talk it. Like, we don't like, okay, babe, just say this, just say that. Oh, let's say this. No, we don't do that.
Right, because you could tell we were both having breakfast. We were watching Netflix, and then we just decided to have this conversation. So do not forget to like,
share, subscribe, hit the notification button, ding, 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 so you can stay up on our up and coming videos. And we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Please leave comments and let us know what your thought is, especially on this topic here, because it's a worldwide thing. And so we like to hear what you guys have to say and what you guys think about it. Some of us, me, him, we might be wrong, but then we might be right. But we're always open to other people's insights on everything and anything that we talk about. So,
All right, we love you guys, and we'll see y'all in our next video.